Hello, welcome back, everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a great Monday. So, happy Monday. Today's live, we're going to be really deep diving into mindset today, especially how you can use your mindset to fast track your career, specifically in leadership. And I'm going to explain what I mean by all these terms, like what are mindset shifts? And we're going to broaden the term for leadership and career, especially in 2025, where we're hearing about, Black women's unemployment being the highest it's been since the pandemic, and 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs in like 6 months. So, we're going to broaden the term career. There's still so many opportunities out there, and we want to broaden what that means. So, this is going to be, I would say, a very, very useful and practical live. Even though we're talking about mindset shifts, there are practical things you can do that will that will give you a tangible result in your career, in your business, in your leadership track. Okay. So, hey, welcome. If you all are just joining in, I always give a couple minutes for people to join in, right? um, I'm going to get a new computer soon, but it keeps restarting on me. But I am dedicated and I'm going to be going live every Monday, you guys. So be sure to follow me and hit the notification bell twice. If you're on LinkedIn, hit follow and then the notification bell twice. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell, the little bell icon. Hit that twice so you get notified when I go live, just in case I go live at a different time, you'll still get notified. All right. As you all are kind of joining in, give me a hey, hi. I love to know where everyone is joining in from. I'm coming to you all by way of Texas, originally from Baltimore, if you get any of the accent. But let me know where you all are joining from. Right? And if you are new to my network, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you stopped by and you were able to catch this live. If my replay people are watching, hashtag replay, love y'all too. Love my replay people. Um, just want to say welcome. I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to women of color, and it is my mission and my movement to put more women of color in positions of power and leadership roles. Because when we own our own money, when we control our own future, and we know the breadth of our power, we change the world. We know how to change the world. We start with ourselves, our family, then our community, and it spreads. So it is imperative that we know our own power. And I'm going to go through these mindset shifts, but I have a couple stories that I want to share with you all as well, and share how making mindset shifts has helped me show up as the leader that I am, has helped me become more visible, create more opportunities, has helped me like get a six-figure business and multiple six-figure business in a matter of months, right? Had helped me, allowed me to work less hours, volunteer at my son's school, be there for pickup and drop off, and still run a successful business as a Black woman in 2025. Okay. So I want to share this because everything I'm going to tell you all, these are absolutely things you can do. Mindset shifts are also important because these are usually the things that are holding us back. If you've ever heard the term limiting beliefs, it is usually something in your mind, a thought, a belief that is holding you back from what you truly desire or truly want. And we want to be able to counteract that, right? Sometimes we don't even realize, I'm not even going to say sometimes, a lot of the times we don't even realize it is a mindset issue holding us back. We think we need more education, we need more experience, we need to know more people. We think it's going to be all about the action, action, action. You can't action yourself out of a mindset shift, right? Action helps, but solely doing action does nothing for your mindset. Okay. And I can tell you, I've seen this because I've seen people get exactly what they want, exactly what they ask for. But if they do not adjust their mindset, then within 1 year, by force or choice, they have been removed from that situation. that they desired, that they wanted. This was one of the reasons I started to implement mindset in my program, specifically my leadership legacy program, so much because I was seeing these amazing women work so hard, harder than they needed to work, finally get what they want, and then lose it because they didn't believe they were worthy and deserving. They felt like they didn't know enough or weren't ready and they needed more, right? All these mindset things that held them back and impacted their performance. It impacted their happiness. It started to steal their peace, and eventually they lost what they worked so hard to get. So it's not just about getting that leadership role, starting that business. It is about keeping it and then making the impact. Okay. So if you all like, Latrice, I'm loving this. This is what I need to hear. And you know another Black woman or woman of color who needs to hear this. Tag her. Share this out, you guys. We all, especially right now in 2025, we need our peace of mind and we need to understand the impact our mindset will make in our lives, especially right now. If no other time than right now. Right now. And I'll tell you all, when I say mindset, essentially just your thoughts. Your mindset is your thoughts, the way you think about yourself and the world around you. That's essentially just all it is. And mindset shifts means shifting these thoughts to something useful. Okay, to something useful that is going to help you further get what you want. And when we talk about mindset, people like to think it's like this airy fairy thing. It's not. They have so many scientific studies. You could just Google scientific studies on mindset, right? Mindset and career, mindset and money. You could just Google them and you'll find multiple studies. There are books that have been written on the power of your mindset. I think I told you I was reading a book about like how to like um triple and 10x your income, or 10x kind of like what your outcome is, and it was mostly about mindset. Like a lot of people that you probably look up to and have the success that you want, I can guarantee you they're working on their mindset on a consistent basis, They know the power of their thoughts, okay? And then when we talk about leadership and your leadership career, let me tell you what this means and who this is for. Leadership is leading in any way. Okay. It means the influence and impact that you have. So you can be a leader without supervising. Sometimes people come to me and they're like, Latrice, I don't want to supervise, but I want to make 200, 300,000. I'm like, got you, girl. Like you don't need to supervise to be considered a leader. It is about your influence and your impact. And by making these mindset shifts that I'm going to share with you, I have 5 that I'm going to share. I recently had a client who had been unemployed for, I want to say, 12 months, but total, I think 18 months, right? And by making these mindset shifts, she didn't get another certification, didn't get another degree, didn't get more work experience. What we worked on primarily were these mindset shifts that I'm going to share with you all today. And she was able to land a $300,000 remote role, and she is not supervising anyone. She is a leader. She does have influence and impact. She has autonomy, but what she does not have is any reporting. No one directly reports into her. And what she does not have now is these thoughts holding her back. Now she sees what's possible for her. I recently had another client get a $180,000 role by using mindset shifts that I'm going to help you all with, right? So I wanted to tie it into tangible results, not just share my stories, but I'm going to share with you all my client stories. I had another client, she's a business owner, and she landed a $200,000 contract by making these mindset shifts. And the one thing she said that really helped her was that she now knew what she had to offer, had her confidence up. So where she would usually do a proposal for a lower offer, a lower tier, she did an offer for a multi-year 6-figure contract. And she got a $200,000 contract. This is the power of mindset shifts. This is the power of leadership. And when we talk about leadership careers, I just want to be clear. These mindset shifts work, and you are considered a leader if you wrote a book, if you have a podcast, if you have a business or you want to start a business, if you're already in leadership, if you're already in leadership and you're like, Latrice, I am drowning, this is for you because it doesn't have to be hard once you get what you want as well. And if you're someone who's looking forward to getting into leadership, this is going to be for you. And these are the type of women that we help and specialize in our leadership legacy program. Okay. I've had women go into politics, get on school boards, get on paid professional boards, like really making an impact in their community and have influences and have their voices heard while still making the money that they desire and deserve. And it starts with making these mindset shifts. All right. Hey, let me see. Is it Nisha? Let me make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Hey, oh, from Charlotte. Yeah, I was in Raleigh, North Carolina recently, and I wanted to go to Charlotte. I had even looked up all these places I was gonna go, hotels, and then I never made it. So hopefully I will be visiting Charlotte probably in the next couple of months because I've never really been to Charlotte except for y'all airport because everything has to go to Charlotte, but I haven't had time to like really visit. So look, let me know. Message me and let me know what's good in Charlotte, okay? So we're gonna start and I have a few things listed, but I'm gonna ask you all this. Right now, what do you think is the biggest mindset shift holding you back from where you want to be? Like, let's just be honest. I'm going to share my top 5, and these are some of the main things that my clients have told me and helped me with and I've helped them with, but it was so many to choose from. It was so many. I actually have my clients when we first start working together, we take stock of like their thoughts or what they're thinking, and I have them fill out a client achievement survey. So I see the thoughts that are holding them back, and we actively work on that during the program. So in our leadership legacy program, we specialize in your messaging, your mindset, and manifesting exactly what you want. All right. So, okay, yes, Nisha. Okay, yes, it's the best. So Charlotte is the best. I gotta go. I gotta go. So, anybody out there watching from Charlotte, let me know where I need to stop. I think I'm gonna go in the next couple of months. I may take a solo trip because I'm always in Raleigh, but I want to go to Charlotte. I think, and I may like drive to Raleigh from Charlotte. So let me know what's on the way, what I should do in Charlotte. That's fun. All right, we're gonna start. This is a good one. This is what I hear a lot. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. This is mindset shift number 1. If you're thinking, I'm not ready for blank, whether I'm not ready for this leadership role, I'm not ready to make 6 figures, I'm not ready to supervise, I'm not ready to write that book. I've been getting a lot of clients recently who want to write a book, and I've actually had multiple clients after they work with me write books. I'm going to start sharing their books with you all and having them on the live because it's just amazing to see. So this is what it looks like to step into your leadership legacy. But if you're like, I'm not ready to run for office. I'm not ready to be on the school board. So, what that I'm not ready tells you is like, I need more. If you find yourself going back to school for another degree and you already have 2, 3 degrees, if you find yourself saying like, I need this certification that is unrelated to your career track or your desired track, right? What these things do with this, I'm not ready, it actually impedes you from moving forward faster. That's why I'm sharing with you all mindset shifts that will fast track your leadership career. If you're thinking, I'm not ready, if that's your thought, your action then will be to do things to help you feel ready. But no outside action is going to help you feel ready, right? No certification. Trust me, I know women in HR who have like PHRs, SPHRs, then they get the SHRM one. Then they're like, I need more experience. Then they need the global one. Then they need the California one. Then they'll be like, you know what I need? A SHRM AI. I need one in SHRM. And they go on and on and on instead of just being like, girl, sis, you ready now. You've been ready. So the mindset shift that you need to make is I do belong. I am ready. And then give yourself evidence. If you all have seen me before, you know I'm a huge fan of the 25 reasons why. This is an activity that I have my clients do, and we call it the 25 reasons why. And you would say 25 reasons why I'm ready for blank, 25 reasons why I'm ready to run for office, 25 reasons why I'm ready to write this book, 25 reasons why I'm ready for this executive leader position, right? And you would literally write down 25 reasons why. And I'll tell you this, the first 10 reasons, people be like, oh, I got this. When you get to that 11th one, it'd be a little harder. Be a little harder. This is where I tell people, ask a friend, use your village, use your support. This is an activity that will help you shift your mindset to I am ready. I do belong. I have the skills. Because then once you do that, once you have that mindset shift and you have given your brain evidence with these 25 reasons why written down, you then are going to more than likely go after that role, go after that office, start writing that book. You're going to start taking steps to go in the direction that you want. Instead of, I always tell people, it's like this, like if what you want is right here, this is what you want. When you think I'm not ready, you start doing things to take you further and further away. When you know that you're ready, you start fast tracking and doing it. You make it happen. So we have to get out of this mindset of I'm not ready, because I'm not ready translates to I need more. I need more something. And this could go on for decades, decades, not just years, not just months, not just days. I've seen people stay in this thought process. I call it a mind loop, in this mind loop for decades, and it will hold you back. The moment you dismantle that, you are able to move faster, quicker. This is why when I tell women and we get into my program and I'm like, we could do this in 6 months or 8 months. They're like, what? I'm like, yes. I had a client, she wanted to transition, she wanted to pivot careers from tech. She was actually in tech and wanted to pivot into health advisory, like a health and wellness specialist. One, her salary was already high, and she had this thought that she couldn't replicate that salary. I was like, that's a thought. And she had the thought that she wasn't ready. She had already lost 100 pounds naturally and kept it off. She had already written a book about her weight loss journey, right? So, by all means, she's an expert. She went back to school and got another degree in her field. She then got a certificate in this field, okay? She also was helping other people lose weight naturally and keep it off long term. And she had a common sense and basic approach to health where people could maintain it. But she kept telling herself she wasn't ready. The moment I showed her, I was like, sis, we're gonna do, you are ready. I was like, you're more than ready. You could be an expert, like you're expert level at this time, right? She within 6 months, she transitioned into becoming a healthcare advisor to one of the largest healthcare systems in Texas. She loves her job. It is remote. She wound up moving to a new place, being closer to her daughter, like life changing. And she told me, I didn't even know this at the time, but she was like, Latrice, I have been trying for 10 years. She had been trying to transition out of tech into this new role for over 10 years. And we were able to do it in around 6 months. This is the power of having these mindset shifts, okay? This is the power. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, doctor, is this Dr. Oliver? Good morning. Are you located in Alabama? Okay, but born in Baltimore? Yes, Baltimore in the house. All right. Next, number 2. And this is a very common one. So raise your hand if you have told yourself this or someone has told you this. I need to work twice as hard for half as much. Have you heard that before? I grew up with that. And again, I was born and raised in Baltimore City, you guys. So I grew up hearing you need to work twice as hard for half as much. This is how you're going to get ahead. This is how that, and girl, get yourself a good government job. Like I'm in the DMV area. It was like you make 40,000, you stay there forever. I was like, well, I can make way more than that, right? But that was the talk, right? You have to work twice as hard for half as much. Let me tell you this. When I thought about this, I remember being at work. This was maybe like 11 years ago. I'm sitting in my office. I'm like, if I work twice as hard for half as much, do the math, y'all. I was like, twice as hard for half as much. Then that means these people working half as hard for twice. But I was like, then they make it. I was like, the math ain't mathing. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. And I had to get to, no, I deserve more now. And one of the things that I teach my clients is how to disconnect the concept of time and money. They have to be disconnected because if you look, it's not enough time in the day. You know how people be like, oh, you have the same 24 hours as Beyonce, but you don't. Beyonce can buy more hours, okay? But we don't. She can buy hours because she's buying time and she's purchasing other people's time. So she's learned to disconnect the concept of time and money. That's how she can work, 5, 6 months out the year, go on tour and make millions and millions of dollars. She's disconnected the concept of time and money. So you have to make that shift. It's no longer I'm working twice as hard for half as much. I now have the thought I want to work half as much and earn twice more. When I shifted that, I was able to double my income in months. Months. I had this mindset when I was still an employee. When I was still an employee, and I'm a math person, okay? I was like, no, I'm about to do this math. I was single. I had 2 kids. I had a mortgage. I was like, this ain't gonna work. The track they had me on, getting 3% increases, I was like, this ain't gonna work. This is not going to work for me and my family. And I could not work not 1 hour extra. Not the way my kids' schedule was set up and the extracurriculars. And even if you don't have kids, but you like, I just want my free time. I want to travel. I don't know. You may want to move out the country. My one daughter is in where is she at now? She's in some European country. She's doing a European tour right now for the next 10 days. Okay. Like living her best life and earning a high salary doing it. So you have to disconnect this concept of time and money. Okay. And then number 3, the I am wait a minute, we're on number 3. All right, let me get it. Oh, this is really important. I have nothing worth saying. The way it comes to me with my clients is really like, Latrice, I don't know what to say. They're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Essentially, my voice is not important. And this comes up when they're in meetings with their boss, when they're in meetings with the board. If you're going to a client meeting, you can't think my voice is not important, that nobody wants to hear what I have to say. So then you quiet yourself. Or maybe you do speak up, but you allow people to talk over you and steal your ideas. No, the reason I can show up here like this every week, even when my computer messes up, even with everything going on, is because I know my voice is important. I now have that mindset shift. If you all think back, I didn't always do this, right? I used to like hide behind just a text post. I would be like, oh no, I just want to do like maybe a webinar. I felt more safe and comfortable. And then I was like, no, my voice is important. You have to get that shift that your voice is important. Whether you're writing a book, whether you're doing a podcast, whether you want to get an executive role, whether you're already in a leadership role and you feel like your subordinates are not supporting you like they should, or your leadership is not supporting you like you should, you need to know your voice is important. When you have that shift and that belief, my voice is important, y'all will be amazed what you show up differently. And so, one of the exercises I have my clients do is we do an identity shift, and you are in this role. I say for 24 hours, whatever that ideal role or ideal person is, you are that for 24 hours. So I think like my goal is I want to make $1 million. How does $1 million Latrice show up? How does $1 million Latrice talk to her clients? How does she talk to her network and her audience? What does she do? Like, is she completely different? Or is she rocking her natural hair and still loving it and being like, Ann, right? Like, Ann, think about that. You will be shocked what shows up, what comes up for you when you know that your voice is important. All right. Oh, we have someone who just joined. Hey, Sharon. Good morning from the DMV. Yeah, let me tell y'all. I always tend to get a lot of people from the DMV and then North Carolina. Y'all, California too, but California, I think this may be still a little too early for them when I do the lives. But thank y'all. Y'all always show up. Y'all always show through. Y'all know I love my DMV people as well. I want to share this one with you guys. I can't be I'm the only one. So I want to stop right here for just a second because I know people be like, no, Latrice, this is real. Like I always call it like there can be only one syndrome, where it's like, oh, I only see one Black woman at the top in my company. That's it. I'm gonna have to go to a new company. That there can be, and that thought can be supported by other people's actions. That doesn't make it true. That doesn't make it true. When I thought that, like, I was like, oh my God, there's already this amazing Black woman doing like leadership coaching. And then I had to be like, and my voice is important. Sis' voice is important too. And she's amazing. But I know my voice is important too. And there's no rule that says there can be only one. That is a mindset shift you have to get away from. You have to know that there's room at the top for everyone. This, like limited, like finite thinking, it's just not true. It's just not true. No other way to put it besides it's just not a truth, right? And I will share this. If you are like, Latrice, I am loving what you're saying. I have a free workshop for you all, how to pivot as a woman of color in 2025. If you put pivot in the comments, I'll go ahead and send you all that. And then you're also going to be invited to a private Q&A that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a Ask Me Anything that's going to be just for my email list. So if you've ever wanted to get free coaching, if you ever wanted to see what it was like to work with me, if you ever wanted to know like, hey, Latrice, what's your advice on this specific career situation? That's what you want to know. Sign up for the free workshop, the how to pivot as a woman of color. And then in the next couple of days, we're going to be sending out